quiet on the set. Alright guys, how's it going? I'm Jess. This is Drones of Denton. It's a brand new business venture that I'm starting into. I got inspired by seeing drones on television. I said, you know what? I want to do this stuff. And so now we've progressed. We have a Facebook page. Please like us, Drones of Denton. And now we have this YouTube channel. On this YouTube channel, I'm going to be trying to post some things that I learned very early on, and as I continue to learn, that I think will be applicable to anyone who's curious into this this whole venture that is tiny drones or mini drones or racing drones, whatever type of drones you start off with, and whatever level you're going to, whether it be little racers, which is what I prefer, or some of the big, nice Steadicam recording drones that are, you know, really spendy and really fancy. And but today we're not going to be talking about those. We're going to be talking about cheap toy drones and why you should not buy one. It's a great idea. You have a family member, a friend, a little kid. You're thinking, hey, he might really enjoy this, or she might really enjoy this. And you pick it up, you pay like $80 maybe, and you get it home, and it gets played with by either your husband or your kid or yourself, and about 5-10 minutes you're tired of it and you throw it away, and it just never gets used again. And that's because you bought the wrong drone. You thought you were saving some money, you thought you were getting something nice and quality, but in actuality they put it in a nice fancy box and they freaking lied to you because they want to make some money, and instead of giving you a quality product, they gave you something that they think is quality product. All right, so let's look at an example of one of these crappy drones. First of all, we got the receiver here. It was nice. This is the package deal. I think the package came in, but there should be something over top of it, so maybe I won't be calling out the manufacturer because it's just a plain white box, right? We got the drone here. Little guy's real nice, you know, 4 little props, and looks like it should have a camera on the front, and there's a little plug-in in the back, and takes this battery right here. And also in here they give you this stick, and this stick is because this really isn't a camera drone. This is a drone that has a camera that records while you're flying, and then later on you can download the footage, and that's really hard to do. If you want to get into the drones, you need something that you can actually put some goggles on and actually watch through a screen where you're going, because otherwise it's not fun. We've been doing line of sight flying where you see it over there and you control it since the 80s. Not cool anymore. What we want is something that we can immerse ourselves into and fly. So kind of a scam there. Let's go back. Aside from the fact that you can train someone on it, it comes with these, which is kind of okay, right? You get started out, you learn how to control yourself. But there's absolutely, oh, wonderful. Let's just keep going. Let me turn all those settings down. I told you guys this was my first video, right? This battery is the biggest problem with this whole system. This battery lasts such a short time period. It takes such a long time to recharge that you can't really train on the drone at all. In order to get additional packs, you have to go on some crazy website. It's really hard to do. And you have to hope that you ordered the right pack or not. And so most people just get frustrated with it and they walk away. I personally, because these are sold at the big stores, the Walmarts, the Targets, I went to Best Buy and I could not find this drone. I went to a specialty battery shop and I could not find a battery for this drone. I don't live in a small town. I don't live in a metropolis either, but unless you actually go to a hobby shop, which I even tried doing, went to Hobby Town, and they didn't have the battery. So basically, I'm gonna pick this up. I'm gonna fly it line of sight for like 2 minutes, and then I'm gonna plug it in and charge it for an hour. Nobody's gonna keep doing that. So that's crap. The other problem is, if you bang this into anything and it breaks, the drone is done. You can't work on it. You can't fix it. You can glue it back together, but nobody wants to just keep gluing their drone back together because eventually it's just not going to hold, especially with some of these cheap handles here. The other drones that I'm going to show you are drones that are made to be able to come apart, replace parts out like you would like on your car, put it back together. They're fairly simple to do. It's easy to learn. I don't have a college degree, and I'm able to figure it out, right? I'm not an engineer. So let's get rid of this sucker. This stupid thing. And let's talk about something that's more of a package deal. We have this Inductrix. This is a ready to fly set. By ready to fly, that means it comes with a controller that's in here as well. If you get something like this, very similar type drone. This is called a bind and fly. We'll talk about that in a sec. So the ready to fly means you're gonna pay a little extra more money because you're not only gonna get the drone, but you're also gonna get this nifty controller. That's all great, right? And it comes with this particular model. Comes with a little screen. You turn it on, plug in here, and you get this really funky mount. And this mount attaches back here. And so when you're on you can have a little screen. And that's okay because it'll broadcast the camera here and that'll get you started, but you're not really immersing yet. So you can buy some cheap goggles with this drone set, which is what we did. And this little camera here, like I said, this little screen, I would hand to a friend, maybe one of my grandkids. I only have one, but maybe hand to my grandkid so he can see where it's flying. So when grandpa flips it over, he can go chase it down and know where it's going. So that's really nice. But the biggest thing I wanted to show about that is when this comes out of the box, this receiver will talk to, or this controller will talk to that drone. No problems. You plug the battery in up under here. It's got a nice little instructional manual, tells you everything you need to know, and you're up and going. So if you look in here too, see this used to be yellow, so you can customize it. I prefer orange, and you can get more blades if the blades come off. They're really cheap. I paid like, this is $5.99 and you got like 8 blades. This here was like $6, and I'm all buying these at hobby shops too, so you can get them even cheaper online, which I don't recommend because you don't get the expert advice, right? Trust me, that's worth a lot. So let's put this one, at least its contents, away, and we'll look at this little drone here. I'll open it up, show you guys what I'm talking about. Box away. All right. So real simple. It shouldn't. I was intimidated, but if you watch some videos, it shouldn't intimidate you after you watch the video. After I watched the video and did it for the first time, I was like, wow, that's really easy. This is the wrong screwdriver. Let's get this screwdriver over here. So, itty-bitty screwdriver. They come with the screwdrivers. I'm gonna do 2 screws. Maybe 3. I'm not good at counting. So that opens up. So now we can see here we have this little hood. This little hood comes off. There's a little camera in there. So you pull all that out. There's a couple more little screws, and you slide it in there, and that's how you change your color. If you crack this top, I mean, goodness, you hit it hard, but you can replace this top. If you crack the camera, you can buy just the camera. Then you have the board, the main board, and then you have this clear plastic case here, the frame, sorry. And this frame holds the batteries. When the batteries are bad, you just pull out one of the batteries, you just disconnect here, you rerun it through, boom. You break one of your motors, you can replace the motor. You overrun it too hot or something, or whatever reason, it gets dumped in water, and you can blow your circuits. I've actually dropped a drone in the water bowl for the dogs. Didn't lose the drone, but I lost the battery, but that's the key. Even if I had lost the computer, this is really cheap to replace. So the initial investment is quite a bit, but I think just for this would be like $100, maybe. If you bought it online, you probably get it for like $80 for the whole thing. You get the controller and you get the little screen. You're gonna pay closer to $200, right? But yeah, pretty simple. It goes right back together. Biggity bam. Tons of support on this. This is going to give you the better control. This has more power. This is going to lift up. It's going to zoom around your house. It's not going to be some little pretty thing that just kind of bangs into the wall and your kid gets tired of playing with. Your husband just gets frustrated and he's like, "Oh, thanks. I really appreciate the gift, but I'm not playing with it anymore because it's not fun." This is going to continue to be fun. This is customizable. This is repairable. This has, better driving. Then we have this. Let's put the little screws to the side here. Now, this one's a little bit bigger, slightly larger. If we set them next to each other, you can see that it's slightly bigger. This one you can actually take outside. Not in heavy wind, but a little bit of breeze ain't gonna kick its butt. This one, a little bit of breeze, and it's gonna be all over the place. It's very annoying. But this one comes in just this case, and this is called a bind and fly. So with this, you're gonna pay, this is brand new, just hit the market, a hobby shop, $135, right? Batteries aren't cheap, they're like $13 a piece. But again, you're getting the top. This was originally red. Here's my case. This was red. I replaced out the red. This was the props. I replaced out the props. Customize it. The reason why I changed it over to black is because my friend bought one too. We can't get them mixed up when they're sitting next to each other. So of course I had to make it black, right? With that, you have to have a controller. You can't use the controller that came with that one. This previous one here. You have to buy yourself one of these hobby controllers. I bought pretty cheap one. Again, I'm buying it as the hobby shop because I like to go there. I like to get the advice. I like to talk to the people when I have problems. And as long as you're buying products in their store, they're never going to not give you advice on what to do and how to do it. Bought this controller, paid $145. Not cheap, but you can see how there's a little bit of an evolution, and you can step up and step up and step up. So this controller will run this drone. Then I can also have a setting inside the system, save a setting to control this drone. I can set it to control one of my big drones. Now I'm using the same controller for all my drones, and I'm rocking and rolling. A little bit better investment, but the key is you have to, some dog's seen something. You can take your time and work into it, but what I don't want to see people do is get into it thinking that they're going to pay $80, have a drone that's nice, then they pick it up, it's crap. If they spent another $20, maybe $40, they would have gotten themselves a real nice drone. They could have done some cool stuff with. They could have got interested in the sport. Instead, they're like, no, this is terrible, this is dumb, and they're done. So do me a favor, bring back my drone, my crappy one. Don't be the person that goes down to the sports store or the big box stores or the, I don't know what you call Walmarts and Targets. They're not big box, they're not sports stores. Retail stores, I guess. Don't just buy one of these. Don't waste your money. Don't get fooled by a cheap toy drone. You want to get into drones, message me. I'll tell you what to get. There's one out there in the market right now. It comes with goggles, the drone, the controller. It's $100 plus you have money to be able to purchase the extra batteries for that $100. And we get you going. You're not going to be as fast as this drone or that drone, but hey, it's your first drone. You don't have to be that fast, right? We work our way up to it. All right, thanks a lot. And I hope you liked the video. I think it went a little long. I'll work on that. But like I said, it's my first one, and we'll see how it goes. Bye.